Market Mondays, we're back. It's National Pie Day, March 14th. Glad to have you stop by. Remember, any questions, drop them in the mailbag. If you're watching this live and we get the question while we're live on the air, we'll read your question and I'll try and give you an answer right off the cuff, live on the air. Let's get into our numbers for this week. We'll start with Bluffton as we do. 28 new listings came on the market this week. Last week, 25. And this week, last year, 66. Year-to-date inventory, 313 properties have come on the market so far this year. And at this date, on March 14th last year, we're at 495. 37% reduction in new inventory coming on the market. Sales this week, we had 21. Last week, we had 25. And this week last year it was 40. Year to date, 296 closed sales so far this year. And on this date, March 14th last year, it was 338 closed sales, 12% difference. Just a point of interest, the year-to-date sales, last time we did this, the difference was 0. So we had the exact same amount of sales through our, I think we last met on this in the beginning of February. So the beginning of February, sales were the same. Now it's off 12%. That's the trend that we're seeing right now. We're seeing the trend of the sales slowing. 35 pendings this week, 35 pendings last week. This week last year it was 72. 50% decline in properties going under contract, which then will translate to a closed sale. Year to date, 308 properties have gone under contract so far, year to date. And on this date last year, it was 485, 36% difference in properties going under contract. The average selling price up to $670,000, the average selling price in Bluffton. And on this date last year, it was $515. That is a 30% increase in the average selling price. But when we met last time on Bluffton and we talked about what the difference was, it was 40%. So since February, the first week of February through now, a 10% difference, down from a 40% increase to a 30% increase. Excuse me, days on the market 72, and on this date last year we were sitting at 102. Now, Forest Beach, we'll jump to the island. 42 properties have come on the market so far this year, and at this point last year, 91. So half. When we met beginning of February, that 54% decline in inventory was 70%. So we've seen a little bit more property come on the market since last we met. 64 closed sales so far this year, 66 at this point last year. That's pretty darn close. That's pretty good. Pending, 60 properties have gone under contract in Forest Beach so far this year. And on March 14th last year, it was 100, 40% difference, 40% decrease in property. The average selling price, $714,000 is the average selling price for property in Forest Beach. And that's way up. That's up 52% from the $471,000 we were at on March 14th last year. Days on the market 52, and at this time last year it was 112. That is Forest Beach. Now, Wexford. Just jump into the numbers for Wexford. 2 properties have come on the market so far this year. At this point last year, it was 13. Pretty big difference. Closed sales, we've had 6 properties closed so far this year. And last year we were at 15. That is a big difference. Under contract, 3 properties have gone under contract so far this year. And at this point last year, 25. 25. Big difference. Average selling price all the way up to $1.5 million is the average selling price in Wexford. And at this point last year, that number was $688,000. Huge difference. Days on the market, another huge difference. 69 is the average amount of days that it takes for a property to sell in Wexford. And at this point last year, that number was 203. Amazing numbers for Wexford. Let's wrap up with Hilton Head Island. Hilton Head Island, market update. We had 44 properties come on the market this week. Last week it was 46, and this week last year was 73. Year to date, 511. And on March 14th last year, we were at 753. 32% decrease in new inventory coming to the market. Sales last week, we had 36. The week prior, we had 49. And this week last year, we had 70. Year to date, 487. And on this date last year, we're at 607. 20% decrease in the number of sales. Pendings, 56. The week prior, 58. This week last year, 89. Year to date, 571 properties have gone under contract on Hilton Head Island. And on March 14th of last year, that was 835. Big difference. The average selling price, $752,000. It's the average selling price on Hilton Head Island. And on this date last year, that number was $604,000. When we looked at this number back in February, it was a 30% increase. It is now down to a 25% increase in the average selling price on Hilton Head Island. Days on the market, 50. And at this point, on March 14th last year, we're at 94. Well, that is it. Thanks for stopping in. Do we have any questions? If we don't have any questions, drop your questions in the mailbag if you're not watching this live, and we will see you next week. Have a good one.
Something I'm hearing from buyers all the time is, gosh, we really want to buy right now, but the market is crazy. I don't want to overpay. I'm interested in a deal. Can you find me any kind of deal out there? You know what I'm here to tell you? The deal is the house you buy now in 2 years.